Hello there and welcome back to my channel, Juella, or if you're new here then welcome to my channel. So as you can tell by the title of this vlog, this is all about Glossybox. This will very likely, and I'm not going to say for sure, but it will very likely be my final Glossybox unboxing on my channel, unless they start to pull their socks up, guys. Anyway, this could be a slightly longer than normal video, and I know that I've got a tendency to waffle on anyway, and my videos can be a tad on the lengthy side, but this could be a little bit longer than normal, just depending how much I get on my high horse and waffle on about Glossybox, because I think I'm going to have a bloody good rant. Anyway, so as you've guessed, this is all about Glossybox. So to be fair with you, I still have not received my November monthly Glossybox. I have been subscribed to them for over 4.5 years now, which is a blimmin' long time, right? And I still haven't received my monthly box. Now, this month was my final month of being tied in on my subscription, I believe. So I think this was the final month. And I'm wondering if that's why they're drawing it out. People who are at the end of their contracts and haven't renewed them and cancelled them. I'm wondering if they're the people who get their boxes last. But hey ho. I did get a dispatch email on, I think it was Sunday night. What day would it be? Is it Monday today? I'm losing my track of days. I think I got a dispatch email on Saturday night at about 9 o'clock at night saying that my box had been dispatched, which I was surprised about, but hey ho. And it's due to get here on either Tuesday, tomorrow or Wednesday. Like I say, I haven't got it yet though, guys. Now I do have a Glossybox to show you, purely because I did dip in for a second box because I really wasn't sure if I was going to get this month's box. I didn't know whether my subscription plan had finished last month or this month because it said completed, and it basically didn't give us any clues. So I thought there was a free MAC product up for grabs, so I didn't mind dipping in for the free MAC product, and just whatever's in the box is in the box, you know. So anyway, I do have a box to show you, but I haven't got my box to show you, if that makes sense. I mean, yes, this is my box technically, but it's not my long-term one. It's just the literal jumped in for one-off box. This is a second like spare box, and it just goes to show, guys, I dipped in on, I think it was the 9th of November for a one-off box with a code saying free MAC, which got me a free MAC lipstick. It's just a little mini one, but I'll show you it in a minute. But yeah, basically just to prove a point, my long-term subscription at this point hadn't even been dispatched. This box was dispatched within a couple of days, and I received it a few days later on the 16th or the 17th of the month, which yes is still a bit later in the month, but I didn't sign up until about the 8th or the 9th of the month anyway, so it was later in the month when I actually got this box. But I signed up later, and I'm still waiting for me bloody original one, and that's just enough to make me feel a little bit angry, shall we say, in polite words. So yeah, let's get started and I'll show you what's in this month's Glossybox. Like I say, it's going to be a long one, so get yourself a cuppa, which is exactly what I've done. I've got myself a cup of coffee and I'm just going to take a slurp. So, as you all know, I'm not shy to hold back with what my true thoughts are about these boxes. Glossybox, as far as I'm concerned, they'll not be getting any more my business in the future. And if they ever did, it would just be because there was an amazing product in a box and I got an amazing deal to get a box for a £5. But I doubt that'll happen, but hey ho, business is bad for them, guys, so it very well might happen. Anyway, this is the free product I got, the little mini MAC lipstick in the shade May. Is it May or Mer? I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, as you can see, I normally wear a nice red colour. At least I have for the last year or two. It's fast becoming my signature colour, the reds, isn't it? It's all I ever wear. Same with nail polish. I'm into the corally reds. But anyway, I got this little mini MAC lipstick, and it's a pink. It's a pink one, but it's one that I had my eye on a couple of years ago, and I never treated myself to it. I did get two different ones instead. I got Flat Out Fabulous and Heroine. Anyway, and obviously Ruby Woo, a red, typical red, typically me. But anyway, this is a nice pink, and I just wanted to try it to see what it was like. And I'll be honest with you, it's a lovely shade. It's really, really nice. It's quite a deep kind of mauvey pink, I would say, rather than being like bright pink or fuchsia pink. It's like a mauvey pink. It's got a bit of a purpley undertone. It's quite a cool colour, but I really do love it. So yeah, that's why I dipped back in. That's why I dipped in with this extra box, because I was quite unsure whether I was going to receive the other one anyway. So that's my free product, which I must just quickly state, actually. Sorry, I'm 5 minutes in and this is going to be long. This came before my box. This came within 3 days of ordering the box on its own, in a huge box with lots of filling cardboard packaging. Tiny little box here in a huge box. Like, what the hell? Why couldn't they post it with the box? I don't know, but probably from a different warehouse. So I got the lipstick before I got the box. Let me know if that's happened to anybody else. So November's box, just the plain pink boxes, guys. Like I say, as always, you will get the harsh, blunt, reality, honest truth of me. I don't skirt around anything. So this is it. Truthfully, really unimpressive this month in my opinion. Even if it was a box that I absolutely loved, which once upon a time I did absolutely love Glossybox, but my love for it is just lost now. It's absolutely lost. You get your little card inside telling you about the products, a little bit of information about the products and the price of the products, and a sneak peek for December. The sneak peek's just a little face palette by, I think it's LA Splash. It looks like kind of contour blushy type palette with 4 little pans in. Doesn't look anything spectacular, but it might be quite nice. It's a nice brand, to be fair. It's not that bad. So anyway, I believe there's about 5 or 6 variations this month, and apparently we're supposed to get an extra item for the boxes being so late in October. That's just hilarious. I mean, yes, the boxes have gradually got later and later over the last couple of months, because it used to be dispatched between the 5th and the 12th, and like I say, they've got later and later. But this month takes the biscuit. I mean, my box is going to arrive here on the 25th of the month, and I don't know if there's going to be a freebie in it, but there bloody well better be. I didn't get one in this box though, because it's a new box, like it's an extra box, you know. So yeah, there's no freebie in this and no chocolates, but hey ho. And this is variation 3, and my long-standing subscription, I believe I'm getting variation 4, which I'm going to get into that about you, because believe you me guys, I'm going to have a bloody good rant here, because I'm really quite angry about what they've done. And I've had several conversations with their customer service reps, who I do feel increasingly sorry for. It's just their job and it's not their fault. It's really not their fault. Anyway, so first item. This is a little e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. Now, I like these palettes. I've had a few of them before in the past and I do still have them. They're quite good pigmentation and they're very super affordable. Now, sometimes with these boxes, this is my bugbear. It's nice to have something that's decent, and whether it costs £3 or £33, as long as it's decent, fair enough. But some people get these boxes based on the fact that in general they can't go out and afford to treat themselves to such luxurious items that you can receive within these boxes, whereas someone could probably easily go to Superdrug and afford £3 or £4 for this little mini palette. So my only bugbear, for all it's a fantastic product, I think it's great, my only bugbear is the price point. It's a lower priced item in the box, so it's nice to see kind of more luxe things, isn't it? Brands that you wouldn't normally be able to sort of afford to treat yourself to if you've got quite a low income or if you're on benefits, you know. But anyway, nevertheless, this is worth £4, it says. It's in the shades Berry Bad, and I actually quite like this. It's really not bad, but I do have these shades within other palettes, although I am keeping this. But in my box that I get in a couple of days time, I will be gifting that one on. But they're really nice, they're well pigmented, and that's exactly what I thought about it when I first tried these a couple of years ago. Now, when I did my own self-care beauty boxes, I was considering putting one of these little mini palettes in one of them. But then I thought to myself, people might grumble because it's not worth a lot of money. So I decided against it. But pigmentation wise, I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can. I'm just going to wipe my fingers. I don't know if you can see that, maybe my ring light's blocking it out, but it's really not bad. It really isn't too bad at all. I've had better, I've had worse, but for the price you pay, super affordable. It's absolutely fine in my opinion. Sorry, I've just got eyeshadow all over my fingertips. But yeah, it's absolutely fine. And I do like the other palettes that I do have from the same brand, and like I say, £3 or £4. It says £4, but I usually get them when they're on offers of buy two get one free, so they obviously work out a bit cheaper. So that's the first product. Nice enough product to get. My only bugbear is that it's nice to see higher value items in these boxes for those of us who can't afford monthly treats with, you know, extortionate price tags. The second item is something a little bit weird. This is a little perfume sample, but in my opinion this should be an aftershave sample. It's definitely along the unisex lines for me, and the company I think is called Commodity, and then it just says paper. So it's a little 5ml sample, I believe. At least I think it's 5ml, and it's apparently worth £13. Bit expensive, but hey ho. Now I did have a smell of this. I'm not going to spray it now though because I've got different perfume on. Now at first I didn't know what to think about this, because I have seen other people's unboxings and some people were saying it smelled like a burning fire on them, like they didn't like the smell. It smelled like fireworks that had gone off, and I thought anyway, I think it actually smells okay. It's not horrendous, but in my opinion definitely a more masculine scent. So if you like a unisex masculine scented kind of cologne perfume, then you might like it. Definitely an autumnal scent. It does have a little bit of a kind of burnt wood smell about it as well, so it is a bit woody, but it's nothing special. In my opinion, I would personally pair that with a sweeter scent as well, or a fresh scent like a citrusy scent, just to give it a little something extra, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, that's the second item. It's okay, and it is nice to try before you buy. Now I'll leave the next item till the end because that's a variation item. The next item I believe everybody gets again. This is the Human and Kind Moisturizing Hand Scrub in Elderflower and Raspberry, I think it is. Now I thought this might smell super fruity. I have heard of the brand before as well. We've had it a few times, different things from this brand, I think in Birchbox and other boxes like that. And I thought, oh, that'll smell lovely and fruity. It didn't really smell of much. Like, I've tried a tiny bit out. I can barely smell anything. Now please let me know if you've got this and if you think it smells quite strong, because that means that my senses are probably going a bit dodgy. But anyway, I haven't got COVID, don't worry. So yeah, I just thought it was a little bit kind of nothingless. It didn't smell much, but it did its job, I suppose, on my hands. It wasn't bad. But yeah, it just didn't bowl us over. Nice to see it instead of a hand cream though, because we do often get hand creams. So I suppose it's nice to get a hand scrub instead. And that is apparently worth £12.85 if I'm reading the card right, because I can barely bloody see it. It's too far away and I haven't got my specs on. Anyway, next item. It's just a beauty blender, nothing special, and apparently it's worth £8.50. £8.50 for one little beauty blender. Unless it's got the name Christian Dior on. No, £8.50, definitely not. Am I just being tight there? I don't know. I think it's because I'm used to getting them in packets of 3. The Brushwork, is it Brushworks? That's the ones I've recently had. And Real Techniques, and you can get them like that price for 3. So you're not going to pay that for 1. And I haven't even opened it yet, out of fairness. I will use it though, but I've got 1 or 2 on the go at the moment. It's just a beauty blender, guys. There's nothing special about it. It's a beauty blender. It's a filler item, let's face it. Now the final item is the variation item, and like I say, I got variation 3, so I hope that everybody else who got variation 3 got the exact same variation as me. This is by Josephine Cosmetics, and it's a highlighter. Now this is my bugbear with Glossybox this one and probably final month for me. This has been given before a few months ago. It was a variation just literally a couple of months ago in a box, as was variation 4, which I am waiting on getting, and I'll show you that in a minute once I finish talking about this. So luckily for me, I didn't already have this item, so I'm absolutely fine with receiving it. It's a liquid highlighter and it is worth a whopping £26.20, I think it says. Packaging wise, it looks a lot like Illamasqua. That's why I got confused the other week saying it was an Illamasqua lipstick. It wasn't, it was Josephine Cosmetics. But anyway, yeah, it's a liquid highlighter and it's in the shade Clay, I think. Dew Clay, I think it's called. Now to be fair, I don't normally use liquid highlighters, but I tried a little bit of this out on my cheek the other day and I thought it was okay. I don't know if you can see it there. I really can't see what I'm showing you because I can't see the camera face. But yeah, I thought it was alright. It's not really something I would go to grab, but I'm happy enough to use it. And some people use it in the inner corner of their eyes just to brighten their eye makeup up a little bit. And you could even use it as like a primer on your eyelids and then add a shimmer on top, and it'll just make it extra shimmery. So that's sometimes what you can use these for. But yeah, I was personally happy enough to get this because I hadn't had it before. But many people have had this item before, guys, so if you've had it before and you're getting a duplicate, it's obviously going to tick you off, right? And I know many people who that's happened to this month with both this item and the next item I am about to show you. So that was everything in this month's Glossybox. Now variation 4 is the one that I'm waiting for on my long-standing subscription, where they know that I have definitely received this item before if they look at what they've sent previously. This is the Mitchell & Peach Body Oil in English Leaf. I think it was the summertime we got this, possibly August time I want to say, which is only literally 3 or 4 months ago, guys. And here is my bugbear. So it's a duplicate item from the exact same beauty box. Now when you get lots of other different beauty boxes, you're bound to come across duplicate items, and it's, you know, it can't be helped. They do their rounds within all of the brands, within all of the boxes, you know, all of these type of brands. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, to get one within the same box a few months later is just terrible. It's unacceptable. So I got in touch with customer services a few days ago, and I asked what variation I was set to get, and they told me variation 4. And I said, is that the Mitchell & Peach body oil? And they said they couldn't tell us, they weren't sure. And I said, well, you work for them, surely you know what's in the variations. Anyway, so I looked online and it was the Mitchell & Peach body oil. So I basically said to them, look, I've had that item before, so, you know, am I going to get that? And she said, oh no, you won't be sent anything you've had before ever. And I said, all right, okay then. I said, would you like to put a wager on that? Would you like to bet all of your life savings that I will definitely not receive the Mitchell & Peach body oil? She went silent. She said nothing back. It was just on the online chat, you know. And I thought, they know nicely that they've got to tell you these lies, because otherwise you'd just be constantly shouting and blaring at them. So anyway, yeah, she basically said, oh no, you won't get a duplicate. And then she said, but in the unfortunate circumstances that you're not happy with your box, you can return it. And I said, well, how about being compensated if I get a duplicate item that I've had just 3 months ago? And she said, well, you can return the box. And I got the usual copy and pasted answers. Also about the dispatch time, guys, because it's getting later and later every month. And she said they've recently updated the website saying that it can be dispatched, your box, from basically the beginning to the end of the month. Now, my bugbear with that, and that's fast becoming a favourite saying within this video, I'm aware, is that if your box gets dispatched at the end of a month, okay, you might not receive your box until the beginning of the following month, which is surely going to make some people feel really down and disheartened, thinking, oh, well, it's the beginning of December and I've just got my November box. Like, it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? So I think that the whole logistics, the system of how they do everything is running really poorly right now. And I happen to know for a fact that Glossybox's business, they're losing it hand over fist every month. It is significantly going down and down and down. And they're having to, well, basically they're begging people to subscribe. They've got offers on out there. If you buy the advent calendar, you get a box for free. If you buy one advent calendar, you get the Grazia one with £30 off. You know, they've got all these deals going right now, or basically where you get lots of things free. Now, there's one reason they do that, guys. They are crying out for the business because they know they have lost it, literally hand over fist. They know they have lost a lot of business with their mucky morals, as I described a few months ago. Now, I was prepared to give them a few more months to see if they buckled their shoes up a little bit, but they really haven't tightened their laces at all. Their morals are just, they've stayed in the same, basically in the gutter. They've stayed on the same peg as, you know, on that level pegging going into the gutter, and I'm just really, really disappointed in them. I'm just going to quickly refer to me little sheet of paper in front of us, because I did have a few things written down that I wanted to get my point across about Glossybox. In my opinion, Glossybox have got about as much care, consideration, respect and appreciation for you as a customer, as a loyal customer, as a, you know, a long-standing customer, as a wet pump has for your undercrackers. Now I know that's putting it a little bit coarse, and hopefully it's going to make a few people laugh as well, but it's also putting it very honestly, and that's not me slandering this company, that's me being honest. They have got no respect for their current their client base. They really do not. Yes, every company wants to bring new custom in and more custom. Absolutely, that's how business works. That's how businesses are run, by, you know, trying to make more and more profit, of course. But you do have to look after your customers that you've already got there. You need to keep those customers, and by sending them the boxes later and later every month, duplicate items, cheaper variations, is only going to tick them off, and they're going to go elsewhere, hence them losing a lot of business. So they've only got themselves to blame for why their name, Glossybox, is now muddied. Now, is there anything else I wanted to quickly mention? I'm not really keen on their code of conduct. I don't really know officially what that is, but I can just say that the way that they present themselves, the way that they have got their customer service team schooled to basically tell untruths. That's not me saying to tell lies, but to tell untruths and the copy and pasted generic answers. We are all sick of hearing them, Glossybox. So if anyone from Glossybox is watching this, please try to take heed and take this information back to your CEO, who I'm pretty sure will eventually get bothered about this if more and more people come forward and basically say that they've got the same concerns. I do know a lot of people who do have these concerns and similar issues to myself. And I'm not sat here deliberately being negative about it, because Glossybox was the very first beauty box I ever invested in 4.5 years ago. And I was absolutely thrilled with it for a couple of years, absolutely loved it. Loved the advent calendars, loved the monthly boxes. I did get 1 or 2 missing items now and again that eventually got sorted out, so I could kind of forgive them. But then when I got the advent calendar last year, 25 items and 5 missing items, that was just enough to take the biscuit for me. And then after that I had a few more issues and a few more hiccups. I just knew it was going down the pan. I knew that it was fastly going downhill, and it wasn't just for myself, it was with other customers as well. So it's not just a me thing. I know that this is actually happening to other people. But one more thing that I want to point out, one final thing. People have got to remember that YouTubers out there who are Glossybox PR, who get the boxes gifted to them, they don't get a say or a choice in what they get gifted to them. So it's sometimes a bit unfair to attack them in their videos when they've got to show those boxes because it's a review on YouTube in return for a free box. That's what PR is. And it's a bit unfair to attack them if they get really good items and then you don't get good items. But the only thing I can understand is if people call the PR out and say, well, could you please look into this for me, maybe, you know, why is it that you get this variation and we get that variation, and why is there such a huge price difference maybe in certain items? I can understand those type of comments, but they don't deserve any nastiness or any hate aimed at them, purely because they got really good variations in their boxes, you know, because like I say, it's not their fault. And I do have fellow friends who are YouTubers, and some of them do get Glossybox obviously gifted to them as well. So obviously the old saying, be kind. It's so much easier to be kind than to be unkind, you know. So just try to be kind with your words, really. But here's me obviously sat slating Glossybox, but they deserve a bit of a pasting and a bit of a slating in my opinion. And for all I know, this video might get reported and might get taken down, but I am not saying anything untrue. Everything I have said has been 100% truth, and always will be on my channel. I don't do any other than be myself and tell the truth. So Glossybox, this is probably my final month with you now, guys. Honestly, I'm so disappointed. I will give you an update in a future video, maybe a Mask Monday or something, once I get my next Glossybox, to let you know which variation I ended up with, because I'm all set to get variation 4 with this lovely Michelin Peach body oil, which as you can see I haven't even used. It hasn't got much of a scent, to be honest, and it's not really my type of smell. I do like herbal scents, but it's just not really sure if it's for me. So if I end up with another one of these, I'll be furious and I will let rip yet again. Not just to be deliberately mean to Glossybox, because that's not me, that's not my style, that's not my character, but to be honest and get honest opinions, reviews and impressions out there. Yeah, I'm all for that. That's the type of YouTuber that I personally want to watch. That's the type of YouTuber that I consider myself to be. Like it or lump it, you know, I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I might be a little bit too blunt and a little bit too honest for some people, which is fine and fair enough. Some people just prefer to watch people who are just nicey, everything's great, even if they don't think it's great. But yeah, this month's box for me, very average. There's nothing in it that kind of screams wow, but I'm so pleased that I got up the little signed up and got the little MAC lipstick. I'm definitely happy about that. One more thing I want to add about Glossybox, just while I'm having a bit of a rant. Obviously you'll notice that there's a lot of people still waiting for the Molten Brown box, the limited edition one. Now I didn't order that, but a few friends of mine did, and they are still waiting for theirs. Again, there's been more hiccups with shipping of the boxes apparently. Let me know if you've received yours, please pop it in the comments. I will, honestly, I'll never buy another limited edition box off them ever again. Not after the Huda disaster. It was an absolute catastrophe. It was like about a month late. It was terrible, but anyway, yeah, the limited edition boxes they've brought out recently. They've brought a Generation Glossybox out, which I think comes out very soon, if not already. I've noticed a lot of items in there are from previous boxes, so it's pretty clear that they have got a warehouse with an abundance of products on stacked up on big warehouse shelves, and obviously boxes that they have failed to sell within the past, so they're desperately trying to like build new boxes, which I suppose is good business sense, right? But you know they've been in previous boxes. There's at least 3 items in the Generation Glossybox, I believe, that have been in previous boxes, and one of the items I think is this Josephine Cosmetics highlighter and the Vita Masks Pearl Sheet Mask. I believe those two items are in it, and I know for a fact they've been in previous boxes over the last 6 months. So there you go. But yeah, Glossybox, you've just gone downhill for me. I've gave me little rant and me little rave. I don't think I've been massively disrespectful. I've just been completely truthful. I've got nothing against the customer service team personally. It's not their fault, it's just their job. The CEO of Glossybox really needs to pull their socks up, because, you know, business is already going downhill for you, and it's only going to get worse if this kind of behaviour and actions, or lack of them, continue. And that's my opinion. Anyway, would I recommend Glossybox? Hell no. In the past I would have said hell yes, but now, nah, definitely not. Definitely not. And even though I would love to get the Christmas box next month, the only way I would do that is if a friend of mine has got a code where I can sign up and get the box cheaper and get them £5 credit in their account to spend, so that it helps them out and I'll get the box cheaper, just to see what's in it. But other than that, as of the end of this year, 2021, come 2022, no more Glossybox for me. Definitely not. It's just not a company that I want to give my hard-earned small amount of cash that I do have. You know, I just don't want to give them my money. Simple as that, guys. I would sooner give it to smaller companies. And you've got to remember, Glossybox get gifted pretty much every single item in the box. They pay virtually nothing, so it's 100% profit for them. They've only got to worry about the actual boxes, the ribbons, the packaging, and make it look pretty, which is why they can afford to obviously do that, and then have all their staff as well. But yeah, they get gifted the bulk of their items, whereas smaller companies like Rockerbox don't. So yeah, it works a little bit different for each company. But hey ho, guys, it is what it is. I've rambled on enough now, I've waffled on enough, and I'm sure I've bored you all to tears. But let me know your thoughts on Glossybox. Let me know if you've got your box this month, bearing in mind we are nearly at the end of November. It is the 21st or the 22nd. It's the 22nd of November today. Honestly, I'm losing track of time. So 22nd of November. I'm still waiting for my long-term box. It should come in 2 days time. Hey ho, is what it is. I'll update you on what my freebie is. And I've heard there's a vast difference in the freebies. Some people are getting £100 Avant creams. Other people are getting like a £3 cleanser, or even worse, to add insult to injury, I know someone who got the 99p Sport FX face wipes. Seriously, honestly, it's just the biggest kick in the teeth. Yes, it's an added freebie, but nearly £100 difference in items RRP. No, they just can't do that. Surely they just can't. It's like, it looks terrible. If that was my company, I would be hanging my head in shame. I'd be leaving the building with a baseball cap over my eyes, hiding, because I would feel so ashamed and so embarrassed. I really truly would. But anyway, is what it is. Let me know what you think of Glossybox. Please whack your thoughts and feelings in the comments below, and we'll have a bit of a chit chat. Other than that, I am so sorry about this extra long video. It's probably about half an hour long, but it is probably my final Glossybox video, and I will update you to let you know what I get in my box when I get it in a couple of days time. I'll just pop it in the description, not in the description, sorry. I'll pop it in the comment section. I'll pin the comment on this video in the comment section once I get my box, to let you know and update you on everything. Other than that, I hope everyone is safe and well, and I will catch up with you all really, really soon. Okie dokie, take care now. Bye.